Agus fáilte roimh go baile á Trim Cunda na mí. Welcome to Trim and welcome to Matt and Michael's Lockdown. The building behind me now holds a tourist office and visitor centre in Trim, though it's still often referred to as the Town Hall because of its former function. This flat-roofed two-storey building was built in 1925 to replace the town hall, which was burned by the British forces after the IRA capture and burning of their barracks in September 1920. This new town hall was opened on August the 30th, 1925 with an all-night dance. The offices of Trim Urban Council were on the top floor, and the ground floor had a dance hall and was also used for showing films and for drama and musical productions. By the early 50s, it was considered unsuitable, and a large extension was built parallel to it. And this was officially opened with a dance on the 17th of March 1952. And this dance was from 10 p.m. until 4 a.m. This continued in use as a dance hall and a venue for productions by Trim musical and drama societies until quite recently, when it was deemed unsuitable. At present, a performance space is included as part of the new state-of-the-art library and cultural centre being constructed in High Street, and this should open early next year. And there's also plans for a refurbishment of this Town Hall tourist office building. Our Matt often performed on the Town Hall stage. Here he is, Matt.
Hello everybody, I hope you're all fit and well. Today's contribution contains a chorus from Trim Pantomime Society, which dates back to the 1960s, and it's so long ago that I thought perhaps a little explanation would be appropriate. In 1963, Dolores and I were living in number 1 St. Bridget's Villas, a few doors up from Lolly McAvoy and the Hayes and the Dowds and the O'Briens and all those wonderful people who became great friends and neighbours. And I remember Lolly McAvoy saying to me that he thought it would be a good idea if Trim had a pantomime. Trim had a long history of staging musical operettas, and there was a blank of a few years. So there was a gap there for doing something, and of course my wife Dolores is an excellent pianist, and Lolly knew that I would probably be up for such an idea. And I enlisted the assistance of Tom Dempsey and Brew McDevitt and Jim McConville, most of whom or all of whom would have had some experience from the musicals. And I happened to know a certain Father Nicholas Foley, a Navan native, who was then parish priest of Kilskeer and who had a history of putting on pantomimes in Kells. So it seemed like a good idea to go and pick his brains. And on a certain Saturday afternoon, I would say in the early summer or late summer of 1963, we set out to meet Father Foley, picked his brains. He gave us great help and great knowledge and great assistance and imparted all the information he could. And on the way back, we all adjourned into the welcome wagon for a few rounds of drinks, and etc., etc. And that is where Trim Pantomime Society was born, with Lolly McAvoy, Tom Dempsey, Jim McConville, Brew McDevitt, and myself. And this chorus is from, I think it's Alibaba, I forget which, but anyway, the point I wanted to make now is that if you listen to the singing of the chorus, you will notice that most of the words are clear enough. The enunciation is quite good, considering that in those days our only assistance was by a Paddy Dorn, God rest his soul, a standing microphone stage centre and 2 on one on stage left and one on stage right. That was the entire amplification for the show. And somebody down somewhere in the audience, probably Father Kelly, God rest him too, had a Grundig tape recorder. We recorded the whole show as it happened. And sitting in the orchestra pit were Dolores on piano and Paddy Tully on drums and so some help from some of the lads in the Navan Silver Band. And the boys and girls of Trim, who sang to their heart's content, Anchors Away. So there, take it away.
Here is a poem by William Wordsworth, a well-known poem which often appeared in schoolbooks in days gone by. It's called The Solitary Reaper, and it's one of his best-known works. It was inspired when he and his sister Dorothy were visiting the Highlands of Scotland in September 1803. The Solitary Reaper. Behold her, single in the field, yon solitary Highland lass, reaping and singing by herself. Stop here, or gently pass. Alone she cuts and binds the grain, and sings a melancholy strain. Oh, listen, for the vale profound is overflowing with the sound. No nightingale did ever chant more welcome notes to weary bands of travellers in some shady haunt among Arabian sands. A voice so thrilling near was heard in springtime from the cuckoo bird, breaking the silence of the seas among the farthest Hebrides. Will no one tell me what she sings? Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow for old, unhappy, far-off things and battles long ago. Or is it some more humble lay, familiar matter of today, some natural sorrow, loss or pain that has been and may be again? Whate'er the theme, the maiden sang as if her song could have no ending. I saw her singing at her work and o'er the sickle bending. I listened, motionless and still, and as I mounted up the hill, the music in my heart I bore, long after it was heard no more.
Then look, we have come because we heard about the harp.
Harp. It's got the golden touch, crisp and bright with the taste that's right.
I think they're gorgeous.
Tourists.
Harp, the golden touch.
Díomh go léir Gwyn Ushla. Hello everybody. Today's song I would describe as a contemporary ballad. I say contemporary because I have no memory of it when I was a kid. So it must have been written fairly recently. Its composer was a man called Patsy Kavanagh. That's Kavanagh with a C. From Greencastle, which I think is in Northern Ireland. And it's very catchy. Not sure the correct title, but something about returning to old Donegal. It's a lovely waltz time and got a very catchy chorus. You'll all be singing it tomorrow or the next day, or maybe even today. The lights of London are far behind. Thoughts of homeland are crowding my mind. Familiar places come into view. I see my home now, soon I'll see you. We'll talk to the old folk, now they're getting on. Treat them to late nights, sing an odd song. We'll talk of the neighbours and of life in the town. There's so much to tell them, the days fly around. This is my homeland, the place I was born in. No matter where I go, it's in my soul. My feet may wander 1,000 places, but my heart will lead me back home to my Donegal. And then tomorrow we'll take a walk down to St. Mary's, to a sheltered spot. We'll kneel and pray there for the ones that are gone, and hope that they're proud of their wandering son. This is my homeland, the place I was born in. No matter where I go, it's in my soul. My feet may wander 1,000 places, but my heart will lead me back home to my Donegal. Come on, everybody now. This is my homeland, the place I was born in. No matter where I go, it's in my soul. My feet may wander 1,000 places, but my heart will lead me back home to my Donegal. My heart will lead me back home to my Donegal. without Donegal.
Here's a short poem of mine based on my memories of a grandparent's cottage, which was small, thatched and whitewashed, very plain. But around the back there was a walled garden, which was lush and full of all kinds of overgrown plants, beautiful smells and beautiful colours, and there was quite a contrast between the two. Cottage, garden. Once my Spartan motif, thatched and whitewashed, it nestled, fuchsia screened, into the mountainside, windows and red half door outstaring the Atlantic. Now more often I creak into its high walled garden to relish in the overgrowth, woodbine and hollyhock struggling for sunlight through lush profusion. Where was the garden in relation to the cottage? Behind or left or right? I see both clearly, but cannot connect the stark dwelling with the rank Eden.
You, Queen Ursula. I hope you're all keeping very well today. Today's song won't have you lapping around the floor and you won't have to mind the dresser. It's from the pen of Bob Dylan, written by Bob Dylan, and I was introduced to it by a much younger friend, sometime in the recent past. It might have been Lorraine, and I don't know what sort of mood Dylan was in when he wrote this song, but anyway, Bob Dylan is the one who wrote Blowing in the Wind and the Tambourine Man and many others. So I suppose he's entitled to write for the mood in which he finds himself. But anyway, it's To Make Me Feel Your Love is the name of the song. I'm sure I hope a number of people will like it. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When evening shadows and the stars appear and there's no one there to dry your tear, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I will never see you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, and I'd go crawling down the avenue and on the highway of regret, the winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. There is nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you, to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
Thank you, Matt. There's one thing you can say about Matt, and that is that he's not afraid to go outside his comfort zone and try something new. And that was a lovely rendition of the modern Bob Dylan song. We leave you this week with Shane Quinn, the trim violinist, playing the Bach Gounod Ave Maria. We hope you have a good week. We'll see you again next week. In the meantime, take care and God bless.